Yeah, Dave, thank you very much. I am down here with the winner of that last heat. It was Taylor Knox. He actually won that heat in the first 3 minutes with a couple of big scores. How'd you feel out there?
I felt good, loose and just relaxed, and I have so many great friends and family down here right now. It's just fun to surf in front of them, and they don't get to come and watch me that much, so it's kind of a big deal.
You're never going to surf again. You're going to be paralyzed from the waist down. At 15, Taylor Knox heard those words from his surgeon. His fifth lumbar vertebra had completely slipped. Sciatic nerves severed. 9 pieces of metal would be fused into his spine. 4 years later, Knox finished fourth at the World Amateur Championships, ahead of Kelly Slater. 8 years later, he paddled into a 52-foot wave and claimed $50,000. 19 years later, he climbed to 4th place on the World Tour. Today, at 54, Knox still charges waves that intimidate surfers half his age, all with 3 vertebrae fused together by metal hardware. This is how a paralyzed teenager became one of surfing's most feared big wave riders. Taylor Knox woke up one morning in 1986 with what seemed like simple back pain. He'd been pushing hard in the Carlsbad surf scene, training with the intensity that separated future pros from weekend warriors. At 15, Knox was already showing the power surfing style that would later define his career. Knox had been living a simple life in Thousand Oaks, then moved to Oxnard Shores where
the house was on stilts, on the sand, so waves would come under our house. That's kind of where I fell in love with the ocean.
every morning meant
Straight to the beach.
But Knox was born with a ticking time bomb.
I was just born with something called spondylolisthesis, and it's where your vertebrae, as you get bigger, it grows further and further out. My last vertebrae, L5, got to a point where it was like pinching my sciatic nerve really bad, like cutting it.
The teenage surfer who'd spent every spare moment in the water now faced the most devastating news any athlete could hear. The teenage surfer who'd spent every spare moment in the water now faced a reality where walking might be impossible. Emergency surgery in 1986 meant pioneering techniques and uncertain outcomes. Knox's surgeons fused 3 vertebrae, L3, L4, and L5, installing 2 massive screws the size of my fingers through a metal bar. Bone grafted from his hip encased the hardware in what would become a permanent erector set in his spine. The doctor that did my surgery is like, "You're never going to surf again. You should realize that if you've messed this up, you're going to be paralyzed from the waist down." The recovery hardware was medieval by today's standards.
I had a brace, like a turtle shell, that went from my chest to my knees that I had to wear every day, 24 hours a day. I had a hard time with that.
The mental toll crushed harder than any physical limitation. I went through a major depression during it. I contemplated suicide at one point because I was if I couldn't surf, literally, that's the only thing in life that I cared about. But in those darkest months, Knox discovered something that would reshape his entire approach to life and surfing.
It was this little book that my friend, who was a pro surfer, that was like my mentor growing up, he kind of threw it my way, and I was home every day, right? So I was just like, okay, I'll just read this book, whatever. Psychology of Winning, it was called. And I think the author's name was Dr. Dennis Waitley. And it was basically all about being positive.
Knox's mindset transformed completely.
I went from being in a real dark place to where I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna cure this thing. I mean, how you feel is how you're gonna heal.
The philosophy that would define his entire approach crystallized.
The biggest thing is just knowing hey, if I'm gonna get through this, the body's gonna follow how I direct it. And where is that direction coming from, and who's directing it?
Less than 2 years after doctors declared his surfing career over, Knox achieved something that stunned the global surfing community. At the 1990 World Amateur Championships in Japan, Knox finished 4th place, ahead of a young Kelly Slater who placed 5th. This wasn't just a comeback. This was elite-level performance on the world stage with a fused spine held together by metal hardware. Knox faced overwhelming doubt from everyone around him.
The back surgery, I was willful, spiteful, angry, everyone telling me no. There was no one, I didn't feel like anyone supported me. Even my parents were like, I don't know, man, you just might want to just go to college, give up this dream. Everyone was basically telling me you're crazy. And I was like, hey, yeah, this kid from Carlsbad High wants to go and be on the world tour. I don't know why that's so crazy. All these other guys on tour came from somewhere, why can't it be here?
The 4th place finish launched Knox into professional surfing in 1993, where he would prove that the unthinkable was just the beginning. December 1998. Todos Santos, Mexico. 52-foot faces. The inaugural K2 Big Wave Challenge offered $50,000 to whoever could document riding the biggest wave of the winter. Most big wave surfers have fully functional spines. Knox had 3 vertebrae fused with metal. Knox paddled into a 52-foot monster, the largest paddle-in wave recorded that winter. The feat earned him the $50,000 prize and established his reputation as one of surfing's most fearless competitors. I got more publicity for that one wave than Kelly Slater did for any of his world titles. Knox later reflected, "The achievement sent shockwaves through professional surfing. Here was a surfer with a fused spine charging waves that intimidated athletes with perfect anatomy." Knox's professional career spanned 19 years, reaching a career-high 4th-place world ranking in 2001. He earned over $1 million in prize money and became synonymous with power surfing alongside contemporaries like Sonny Garcia. His signature ferocious frontside hacks utilized his entire body to generate maximum force despite his spinal limitations. Knox pioneered surf-specific fitness training, co-creating the SurfFit system that helped him feel better in my 40s than I did in my 20s. I would be out there on days where literally it would be raining 1 foot howling on shore, there wouldn't be 1 personnel on the whole coast. And I'd be out there. Knox explained his legendary work ethic. Perhaps most remarkably, Knox continues surfing at an elite level well into his 50s. "I just turned 53, and I never thought I'd still be riding 5'11" and surfing the way I am," he said in a recent interview. With 133,000 Instagram followers, Knox regularly posts footage that would impress surfers half his age. Recent knee surgery using robotic technology has returned him to pain-free surfing, proving that his commitment to pushing boundaries remains unshaken. Around 2000, Knox discovered something that would revolutionize his approach to both surfing and life.
We call it the Keely meditation practice, but the Keely itself is an understanding of the difference between the brain and the mind. Once you learn how to get into mind, you can begin to actually see independent of everything that has been taught to you. The practice itself only takes about 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. As you begin to detach from everything outside you, you begin to drop into everything that is you, inside yourself.
Knox's physical training also evolved. After meeting movement specialist Michael Rintala, he opened my eyes to a whole level of strength, and I haven't seen that before, I haven't felt that way. Through dynamic neuromuscular stabilization, DNS, Knox unlocked movement patterns he never thought possible with his fused spine. There is no way I would be here if I hadn't found these things. The body follows the mind. It's not the other way around, Knox maintains, still living by the philosophy that saved his career 3 decades ago. His story has transcended surfing, listed among the top 3 inspirational surf stories, alongside Bethany Hamilton and Mick Fanning. Mick Fanning said in 2024, "Taylor Knox at 52 is still pushing the boundaries of performance surfing. It's inspiring to see someone put so much dedication into something they love." Knox's legacy extends far beyond competition results. "I hope who I am as a person precedes my surfing and anything that I've done, because there's who you are in life and there's what you do in life. Which one's more important for me? It's who you are." His philosophy has shifted from ego-driven competition to something deeper. The ego wants to be better than someone, the intellect wants to be smarter than someone, the mind wants to feel good just to feel good. I realize that I should just be happy with where I'm sitting right now. Look within yourself instead of looking outside of yourself for all the answers, Knox advises. "I want to be someone that they look back and go, well, yeah, I mean, he was a good surfer, but he was actually a better person." I'll continue bringing you only verified surf stories, real wave data, and authentic surfing experiences. No clickbait, no speculation, just the truth about our connection to the ocean, told through the voices and achievements of those who live it every day.